Red Hat is the leader in innovation, right? If you all know, I'm not sure how much you know Amazon Web Services or Azure or Google Cloud or cloud computing for that matter, right? A lot of times innovations happen over there, right? So the new technologies get adopted and people start using it. That is what we are referring by innovation, and we are one of the leaders who actually help companies to innovate. And standardization, that means if you're using one software anywhere, it should be as it is everywhere, right? So if you're using something on cloud, it should be as it is if you're using the same thing in your laptop, right? So these are some commitments that Red Hat has for open source, just for your understanding. Now, if I tell you that open source projects are free, right? Uh, Even people like you can easily go and become a contributor to open source technologies. But there are millions of projects running around the world with respect to open source, right? Like I told you, Android, like I told you, VLC. The same way, there are various projects which are open source, right? Nick, from those open source projects, Red Hat also, contributes and works with them. Microsoft also works with them. Google also works with them. So all the OEMs have their own teams to work in these open source projects because they know innovation is going to happen there only. So from there, we pick certain projects and we integrate them, we curate them, we make them enterprise ready, right? And then we finally stabilize them and we launch them. Like you must have heard about CentOS. CentOS used to be a downstream of Red Hat, which was free, which is still free till now, but it is going to end on July 24 now. Now CentOS will no longer be a free operating system, but it was one of the major things that people used to use with respect to Linux operating system. It was a outcome of this process only, right? So let's now discuss that how we can help, right? So everybody who is sitting out there in this stadium today, when you will go out of college, right, people or companies or people who will interview you will never be interested to know how much fees you gave, will never be interested to know that what was your syllabus. They will only be interested to know that how much new technologies or the things that those companies are doing, you have learned those things or not. Because if you have learned, right, you will be, you know a good resource for them, so that they will hire you and you will be ready to start working and adopting what those companies are actually doing. And that is the reason, uh, you must have heard that today, people do BTech. Even you are a BCA students or not BTech students, I have been told, but at times even BTech students, when computer science BTech students come out of the college, mostly they don't know what is actually going on in the industry, right? So when they join a job, they are also given training from zero, right? But this creates a gap, because mostly what colleges and our institutes and even our syllabus is mostly out of date, and technology is moving very fast, right? Because of this reason, a huge gap is created. And then there is a shortage of skills. Like some companies need 1000 people who know Kubernetes, but they are not even getting 10 in the market. So who is going to bridge this gap? Because this is not taught by colleges in their syllabus. I was you know you will be very surprised to know that even computer science BTech in many colleges do not have Linux in their syllabus, right? And this is very critical. So if I tell Linux, uh, it is a operating system, it is a language, right? Your mobile phone, your iWatch, I mean your Android watches, uh, your router, your firewall, your Android TV, all these things, everything, the technology around you is actually working on Linux only, right? All the banks, your UPI transaction that is happening, you guys are doing daily, all that is happening on Linux and are happening on, mostly Red Hat technologies, right? But you need to know that, because that is why we are here, because it is very important to bridge this gap which is in the market. So now I have already told you that why Red Hat, because we are one of the largest leader, one of the trusted leader in the open source industry. And all the banks, all the big companies, all the Fortune 500 companies, they are all already using Red Hat services and products. So as I have told you, 90% of Fortune 500 companies around the world, that means name it, your Apple, your Google, your Microsoft, uh, and all the other new big names that you know, all those big companies, all the big banks, everybody is on Red Hat products and services, right? We have around 21,000 employees, 100 plus offices, around 40 plus countries. And we are the first company in the world which has reached $6 billion revenue. Everything from open source model, right? When we say open source, that means we don't have any intellectual property, right? So we are open source, we are free, but still we could grow to that scale, right? And that was the other reason why IBM acquired Red Hat for $34 billion, right? Because we are one of the leader in this segment. Now see these names, right? It is very important for you to understand that all the banks, even the government of India, your Reserve Bank, your UPI, your major telecom operators, right? Uh, name a big company and they are already our customer, right? So this will actually tell you that why learning Red Hat is important for you, because no matter which company you join, if you are going in IT, they are already there, and if you know Red Hat, then your job is easy, your job is secure, and your job is guaranteed. Now we have created a course, a curriculum which is specially for universities, colleges, which is called Red Hat Academy, right? Where we help students to learn these technologies, right? So that when they come out of college, they become ready for the industry, right? So that is what this initiative is all about, right? And this will bridge the gap, which I already told you that people who are even computer science BTech don't know all these technologies. So if anybody from this batch who is sitting here, they think that they should have done BTech. So I'm telling you something which is even far away from BTech, right? If you will do this, if you will learn this, you will get jobs which will even computer science BTech people are not getting these days, right? So this is an opportunity for you, and you can learn. So, and Red Hat certificates, which we are going to talk about, once you are certified, a lot of times the companies who will hire you, they will see it of more value than your BTech or MTech degree, right? So the knowledge of Red Hat technologies, which I was telling you in a very nutshell, is very high in the market, right? As for these reasons, because 90% companies are already on Red Hat technologies, 76% students uh, easily get hired, they get hired faster, right? Because if they have already completed some or the other Red Hat training, because people who will interview them, they will think that yes, he is the right resource, because he already knows what we are actually doing in our environment. And because of this reason, even hiring managers, right, they are told in different companies that please find people who know open source technologies, please find people who know Linux, please find people who know Kubernetes and containers and automation. If you are able to find, trust me, your marks which you are getting in university, or how much percentage you got in high school or inter, that will actually not matter if you have these certificates, because you will be preferred. So if there is person who is throughout first class, right, he has done BTech, and he is standing next to you, and you have two Red Hat certificates, and you both are applying for cloud engineer or on-prem engineer, you will be preferred because you have the hands-on experience of Red Hat technologies, whereas that person is not having. So you will already have that because they will trust you, because Red Hat certificates are not easy to pass, right? Because they are all hands-on labs. So this will give you a edge above all those people whom you want to compete with, right? So this offering that we have called Red Hat Academy, we have institutions, we have instructors, we have students around the globe, right? We have certain groups, right, which I will be discussing. They can be used for your learning and management, and we give kind of free training to students who are interested. But obviously you will need a lot of dedication, or you will need a lot of hard work so that you can complete those things in the given time. This will give you hands on experience, like if somebody tells you that I'm cloud certified, if somebody tells you that he is Amazon certified, this does not mean that they have hands on experience. Hands on experience means when some person sits in laptop and he actually does all that which we are talking about. So when I say hands on experience of Linux, this means that when you will be doing our course, when you will be doing RHCSA for that matter, you will be given real Linux machines and you will be performing real tasks, right, to pass the exam. So our exams are not theoretical. Our exams are not tick mark based question papers that people can uh, pass, but still they will not have hands on knowledge. All our certificates are hands on, and that is why you will see less people achieving it, because it is more valuable. It is more valuable. I will not say it is difficult, but it is more valuable. So we have hands-on lab environments, we have resources which we will give you. Instructor support training will also be there. So suppose if you need to know, you need some guidance from our instructors, they will also be there to help you. Then we have certifications which we are going to talk about in detail, and high demand course content, the updated and one of the latest content in the industry is there. A lot of times what people, your syllabus that comes from industry or education ministry, they are not very updated, right? But our content is mostly updated, which where we talk about the latest technologies that are actually happening in the market these days. So we have lab environments, which I talked about, where cloud environments are there. Do it yourself means you can, test your skills anytime from your laptop wherever you want. And there are several partners also who help you provide hands-on labs, but that will not be needed for you. You can, either use cloud or do it yourself thing for yourself. That will be sufficient, right? Then we have exams, and we have certain discounts also. So but always remember that first you complete your training, and then only you appear for the exam, right? So once you are 100% sure, then you appear for the exam. And yes, we give certain discounts also for students, because we understand sometimes they need some aid from ourselves also, and we also want more and more students to pass these certificates. That is why we provide discounts also. Now these platforms which I'm going to talk about, you all will sooner or later, as per your organizations or university policy, will get a login. And from that login you can see the centralized environment, the easily accessible content free courses for yourself. And obviously it creates enhanced flexibility. If you want, you can also discuss with your respective teachers and create some batches, and even we can help you create those batches if you want to create a content like classroom courses and things like that. So my point is that it is up to you and your university, that what and in which manner they want to deliver it to you. We always also provide quizzes and all, which will be available from your login. Right. We also have the learning community. So it is not only that these are the certificates and courses that you have to complete. There is a huge learning community where you can go and discuss about your doubts. You can discuss about your, with other colleagues. Like it is a centralized pool of academy people where you can discuss your issues, your reasons, your career opportunities, the issues that you are facing, and other aspects of study as you do in your college. Right. So this community is there. There are instructors and hundreds of students from which you can interact. You will also get badges, you will get free videos, and various other things like instructor led sessions. These are the QR codes, and by this we want to say that there are dedicated groups which are for students and instructors, and there are some certain groups which are for instructors only. Right. So as a student you can join the left one, this group, and from there you can post your questions and be a part of that group. So in this group that I'm talking about, we have more than 1 lakh members, 1.5 lakh members. Around 2 million people visit the sites, right? Unique visitors are 28,000. That means new people, join monthly in these groups. Page views are 4 million and overall posts are 21,000. That means that there are so much content from which you can learn and relate, and even understand your doubts. We also have a Red Hat Academy talent network, right, which helps you with jobs worldwide. This means that once you are certified, over here you can post your achievements, and other companies and other project leaders and other people who want you as a resource, you can interact with them and they can directly connect with you with respect to your strengths and the certificates you have completed. So this is a place from where you can directly get connected, like a placement cell which we have in colleges. So you can just think it like that, right? It is a talent network from where companies pick right talents, and you can directly get connected with them. So in this network, you can connect with chat with employers who are looking for open source talent, right? We can You can also a lot of times there are a lot of partners of Red Hat. Like let me tell you so that you can relate. Infosys, IBM, Wipro, TCS, Accenture, Tata Communications. They are all partners of Red Hat. Okay, so the names I told you, maybe a lot of times people will want to do a job over there, right? So they are partners of Red Hat. So you can go and work with them because they are our partner network, right? So it is highly probable that these ITES partners of Red Hat can also pull you from this network. Okay, you can also upload your CVs along with your profile over here. So it is like your small naukri.com in short. Okay. So with this, you can, find right companies, you can find right projects where you want to work, and you can demonstrate your skills and what you have learned and training, so that you can actually get the best job available out there. Otherwise, there is a huge gap. Maybe you have learned all the Red Hat things, but you don't know where to go, right? You don't know where to go and apply, and you are not getting connected with right people. And that is why once you are done, once you have achieved, this is the right place where you will be directly picked. So a lot of times there will be chances, if you have done these certificates, maybe somebody is picking you from this network, where even those people who are from high end colleges but they are not a member of this network, they will not be getting that opportunity. So understand it this way, that This is the right platform and right place to learn about latest technologies. And don't think that you are not BTech or MTech. If you will learn, you will get better jobs, right? Because these days companies don't want degrees, they need skills, they need talent. Even Google and Microsoft had said globally that they don't want to know who is BTech or MTech or PhD. They are only concerned who knows the kind of technologies they are working on. And if you know you are over there, you will be picked, you will be having a great career ahead. Now let's talk about some curriculum and certifications that we offer, which is very important for you to understand, right? So basically, we have around 10 courses with 9 languages. Mostly English will be for you. And we have core system administration. So suppose if somebody wants to become an administrator, what do I mean an administrator? Administrator means who manage and secure Linux environments. They are basically manager or administrators of Linux machine or systems, right? So those are system administration jobs, right? Where we have certain courses. Then we have cloud computing. So if somebody is more interested towards cloud, not only on-prem, they want to make a career towards cloud. So then we have that pillar. And then we have middleware development. So somebody wants to go in application development, right? They are very good in language scripting, coding, and creation of languages. I mean creation of applications. So this line is for you, right? But middleware development is little advanced. It is for those people who have keen interest in developing applications. Red Hat also has preliminary exams, right? This basically means that before even starting, if you want to appear and understand all this in basic nutshell, these preliminary exams will guide you, will tell you what is there inside, right? So if you are interested in Linux, basically PE 124 is something that you should do first, right? It is going to be very easy. It is going to teach you very basic, and it is going to build you a foundation so that next you can do is these the real courses and the real curriculum. The same way we have for OpenShift. If somebody wants to go in towards cloud, towards containers, this is the preliminary exam for them. And then we have OpenShift administration. So if somebody wants to become an administrator of OpenShift, that means administrator of containers. I'm not getting in those details that what are containers and things like that. You will learn in the process. So this is one of the most important slides that I want you to understand. Just take 2 minutes and understand, and then I will explain you. So basically, as you can see, these are 4 certifications that I have displayed. First one is RHCSA, which is called Red Hat Certified System Administrator. This is the base of everything. Okay. Then the second one is RHCE, which is RHCSA plus automation and other things. So that is RHCE. Then we have application developer, which I told you that if people are more interested towards middleware and they want to develop applications, this certificate is for them. And the fourth one is for containers, people who are more interested in OpenShift, people who are more interested in cloud, people who are more interested in serverless kind of things. Then this environment is for them. Now we will quickly basically discuss that what is it in the industry if you will complete these courses. So suppose if you are a RHCSA certified, so what will happen? So this is very important. If you are a RHCSA certified person, right, you will, if you are a fresher, you don't know anything, right, you don't have any background, but you are a RHCSA certified person. This is what I have searched, what I have seen, this is what minimum you will get in the industry, right? So obviously these are some figures that I picked up from the internet. This can vary depending on the location, situation, and various things. But these things are very important for you to understand, so that you can understand that how you have to prepare, right? And this badge that you see over here, this is Credly badge. This means it is, if you will open LinkedIn, you will find these kind of badges, right? This means that if you will achieve this certificate, you will get this badge, which is free for you, which is online verified. You will just click on a link and anybody can check that you are certified or not. So these batches are Credly batches, which are absolutely free once you achieve a certificate, right? So this is for RHCSA. That means a Red Hat Certified System Administrator, and this person is able to perform core system administration skills required for Red Hat Enterprise Linux environments, right? So just like somebody who can manage Linux operating system. Then we have RHCE, right? The RH certificate is the next level, where it is a person who has already completed RHCSA. He will give another exam with more training with respect to automation and other things related. And then if he will complete the next level, he will become RHCE. Understand, it's like high school and 12th, right? So first you do high school and then you do 12th. It is just in the similar fashion. So RHCE is the most relevant and most demanded certificate in the industry, because all the Red Hat partners need to have certain number of RHCE certified professionals. So understand, if you have a RHCE certificate, it is quite possible that only because you have a RHCE certified, only because you are a RHCE certified resource, companies will hire you. Because if they will hire you, they can say that they have a RHCE certified resource, right? So even if your communication skills are not good, even if you don't know other things, you only know Red Hat things, you don't know anything about cloud, you don't know anything about their company, still they will hire you, because they need people like you in their company. The third one is application developer. This is very high demand skill these days, because every company, okay, now let me just give you an example. All the mobile applications that you have in your mobile phone, you must be seeing that you are getting updates every day. So many updates. Every application want to update itself. How are these things happening? This is happening because in the background, it is running in containers. There are application developers who are working in DevOps, right? So this is basically for those people who are interested in DevOps. Though this is just a way, because DevOps is the entire culture. But what I'm trying to tell you, that these are the people who are very high in demand, and every company needs people who are application developers. So if Uber, Ola, your Oyo Room, all these mobile applications are developed with the help of people like these. So hence it is very important for you to understand. And then we have container specialist, like uh, the way we used to have virtual machines earlier. Now the technology is shifting towards containers, and these containers run on OpenShift. So this certificate is for those people who want to become a specialist in containers, so that they can launch and manage and run container environments. So these are some of the figures that I gave you. These are ballpark starting figures, right? Do not think that I'm trying to say that this is what a 4 or 5 year experienced person will earn. No, this is what a fresher might earn. So keep this thing in mind. I've mentioned it just to help you understand, just to help you motivate, and never try to compare. Uh, a lot of times I have seen that people compare international salaries in Indian salary, right? Do not ever do that, because first, if somebody is earning in dollars, their expenses are also like that, right? So at times I have seen students do this mistake, that they just convert the dollar salary into rupee and say that I have got a package of so much crore. but in reality it is wrong, because if you are earning so much there, your rent will also 2 lakh or 3 lakh rupees per month. Understand it this way. Your food will also be that much expensive, your travel will also be that much expensive. So that is called living expenses, right? So this also depends from a metro city to a normal city, like non metro cities. So these things vary. So suppose if a person is earning in Mumbai, because the life, living expenses are in Mumbai are very high, he will be earning more. And if somebody is maybe working in Kerala, right, his salary may be less, but the kind of saving which he can do will always be more, because he's not paying so much rent, he's living with his family, he's not paying so much in travel and other things. So always keep this in mind before you finalize some salary, because a lot of times people get confused here and they try opting for a wrong profession without even realizing that what will be their net in hand salary. So this is just an add-on which I want to say. If you guys have any questions with respect to this or whatever I have said, I would leave 10-15 minutes for your time to discuss that. So this is just an overview which I wanted to give. If I was a little fast, you can ask again, I can go back to the slide. But I wanted to have at least 10-15 minutes for discussion where I can help you with your real doubts, right? Because I wanted this session to be a little interactive. So I will leave it open to you. Please feel free to ask your questions, and I will answer you with best of my ability. Yeah, Arjun, I hope I was clear to and visible to everybody. So if you don't have any way to speak, you can I don't know, but how students will interact. But you can ask them or you can post it on chat so that I can answer their queries. I will suggest you take at least 5 minutes, because I see a lot of people sitting there. So even people who are there, you can raise your hand so that Arjun can connect with you and post your questions over here.
I think we have a question on the chat box.
Yes, Prachi, I told Arjun that, it's just one question. Please collate more questions so that I can address them one by one.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay. So we have three questions. Okay. I would love to address them, but I want you to ask more questions. Okay. Okay. So what is the time duration of RH124? So there are two courses. One is RH124 and one is RH134. You need to do the training of both these courses in order to complete RHCSA certification, right? So majorly, so if you will talk about how many hours this learning is for, so in total it will be around 80 hours, 80 hours, right? But it is up to the grasping ability of a person. Maybe he wants to do one chapter in one day or one sub chapter in one day. So what I will ideally say that for the learning on training of RHCSA, because nobody can just directly sit and do the 80 hours training directly in 2 3 days, right? Because then it will be a lot to grasp. The training will be of 80 hours, but there will be hands on labs. Now it up to you that how much time you will take to complete one task. So the average duration to complete RHCSA, I will say, will be 1 month, or if you are a complete beginner, 2 months, right? So give time daily, 1 hour, 2 hours daily, and slowly you will learn, because it depends on your ability to help. Yeah, Prachi, please go ahead.
Sorry, just to add, so we have this month, sorry, in Jan, we have launched a basic course of Linux, that is RH104.
Prachi, because there is some connectivity issue. They have dropped this the
Okay,
students.
okay, okay.
Just
Okay,
wait.
so yeah, so I was talking about this RH104, the
Yeah,
basic
yeah,
of
they are back.
Linux.
Yeah, please carry on.
All right. So recently we have launched a new course that is RH104. Okay. So before RH124, you can also go for this RH104 and the getting started with Linux fundamentals. So it's a very basic course. Uh, so this month only, in Jan only, we have launched this. So yeah. So if someone is very known for with this Linux things, then it is very good course for them just to start with scratch.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that course will is for beginners. That will help you
Yeah, that
understand
can
more
be
about
done
the
by
field.
first year. Yeah, that
Yeah.
can be done by first year students as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you can continue.
Yes. So that we have launched. Understand it this way, that one course does not equivalent to one certificate. Okay, certificate is something that you will get after you have done the requirement of that certificate or that exam. Like RHCSA has two courses. Once you will complete both of them, then you will appear for the exam and then you will clear. The same way it is different for each certificate. Sometimes it is only one, like you talk about container 188. There is only one course that you need to complete, right? So this way. So you are asking that is it online and offline? So it is both. Okay, it is up to you. If you want to go to a center and give, you can give. Suppose most recently I appeared for RHCSA exam myself. I gave it from my home. I only need two cameras and a Linux laptop so that I can perform it. So these prerequisites are mentioned. So you have both the options to complete, right? And I've already explained you that for students in the slide we have 50% discount, which is given there. So you can avail that, right? So talking about how many opportunities are there. So understand, if you want to become a technical person, understand it this way: learn to learn yourself, learn to Google. Just Google that how many opportunities appear there. Once you are Red Hat certified, you will get so many jobs, right? So what I'm trying to tell you, that you are just one candidate, right? And the jobs are in hundreds in the industry, because every company need a Linux certified person, right? So there are ample opportunities, but don't get confused. Just first appear step by step, do hands on things, and be a part of the talent network. And then slowly, once you complete your BCA course, by that time make a objective that you will be ready. So after doing BCA, if you will complete this course, it will actually be, you know of very good value in the industry, right? Mostly every company needs Linux certified people. Red Hat certified people mean a lot in the industry these days. So it's not, I'm not talking about 10, 12 opportunities, right? Every company needs a person like you if you are certified. Okay, so this is a very good and intelligent question. That when I said uh, cloud, you want to know about Azure or AWS. Okay, let me tell you this way, that Azure and AWS are hyperscalers. They both run Red Hat. They both have OpenShift on Azure and AWS. In this course, which is of cloud, you will be taught to run OpenShift in AWS, Azure, and Google, right? So this certificate that is there for containers, we also have other specialization with respect to if you want to learn only AWS or only Azure. But right now, as I'm interacting to BCA students, for that matter, I will tell you that understand it this way: if a company wants to make their own AWS, if a company want to make their own Google Cloud, what they will do? They will come to Red Hat. If you know about AWS and Azure, you must be knowing about Amazon S3 or Azure Blob storage. So if your college, suppose your college is a big university, they want to create their own storage like Amazon S3, which is object level storage. We have a product which can help you build or make your own storage like clouds offer, right? If you are grasping with respect to the question you asked, I am helping big data centers of India to make their own cloud, and even working with AWS and Google to launch certain products. So if you will see, if you will Google OpenShift on AWS, you will find a product of AWS in their marketplace, in their console. in their products, which is OpenShift on uh, Amazon Web Services. That is called ROSA, Red Hat OpenShift on AWS. I hope this answered your question. These are coming with more practical sessions. Okay, you are saying that AWS and Azure courses are more practical. This is what you are saying. So let me tell you, I am AWS certified. In my past job, I was a AWS certified, solutions architect. I have myself done two certifications of AWS. So any certificate of AWS or Google is not hands-on. They are only objective. That means there will be a question paper. There will be four options. You have to tick mark one. And in Red Hat, you will be given a Linux machine to perform the tasks. So, and also in Red Hat, you get two attempts. And in those certificates, it is only one attempt. There is one more question. Is the opportunity of Red Hat certified person without any computer degree background will be less than Red Hat? It does not matter. I'm telling you, it does not matter. I myself is not BTech, right? So it seriously does not matter. It completely, is on your ability, that how you know and what you know. So please do not limit yourself by saying that I don't have any technical degree, so I cannot do this. It does not matter. What matters is what you know, what is your skill, how much you know. It does not matter how you have learned that. I've seen various computer science engineers who are not in technical field. Maybe they are selling, paint or hardware in the world, but they were computer engineers. And I have seen many people who are BA in arts, and they have become a solution architect, right? So this does not matter. Any other question? I have seen people who have no technical background, but still, so understand it this way. Right now, even if you are a PhD person, you will not get a job. Everybody knows that, right? Because a lot of times, if you have done higher education, you are not practically trained. We are talking about practical skills. So even if you have only done class 12th and you have achieved many certificates, you will get something better than what a postgraduate can get. The reason is you are more hands on, you are more practical, and you know what those people don't know. I hope this answered your query. Yes, double certification always, when I say RHCE, it is a double certificate because it needs to be done after RHCSA only. So double certificate is only valid if you have done two different technologies. Like if you have done for OpenShift and the other one is application developer. If you have done both, then you can call it double certificate. Yes, it will add a lot of value, but for a student like you, it may be very challenging because they both are different lines altogether, right? So I will suggest you to become one specialist, right? Be a master of one technology, not a bachelor of everything. Any other question, please? It's good I kept a little time for Q&A because I see we only have 5 minutes left for the hour, and it's good that I am solving your doubts because I believe that is more important other than giving one-sided session. So please ask more questions. We have 5 more minutes. Whatever you want, you please ask. Okay, so exam center mean when you will go give the fees and apply for the exam, you will be given a choice. You want to appear from a center or you want to appear online. So if you will appear online, it will give you its process. If you want to appear for the center, it will ask your pin code. It will tell you near your pin code how many centers are available, and from those centers you can choose which is near your home, and then after choosing you can book your exam. I mean, you can book your exam. You can schedule your exam, because it will be asking and it will be showing you availability of that center also. It is not necessary that if you say tomorrow I need to give a exam next to my home, we need to check that center's availability also, right? Maybe it is full. So with respect to that, it is shortlisted. I hope it clarified. Why do you think Google is a better company than Red Hat? Why don't you come to Red Hat? See, it's just a mindset. Uh, do some read some news, right? It's not necessary. See, why you're saying Google? Because you believe that Google is a better company, and I'm not saying they are not, right? They are a hyperscaler, they are a product owner. Yes, it is. They are one of the largest contributor of Kubernetes also, right? But uh, what I will say, that your objective should not be to go to a company, right? Because if Google will hire you to do something which you don't like, you will not grow in Google. So always work for a profile, never work for a brand name, right? So, okay, I hope this answered. So please explain AD183. Prachi, what is AD183?
Yeah, it's Python.
Okay, so it is a
Sorry,
course.
sorry, sorry. It's Java. AD141 is Python and AD1183 is Red Hat application development programming in Java.
Yeah, yeah. So it
Yeah.
is a course related to Java technologies, which you can do. Uh, I'm not sure if we have a certificate for that. That we need to check. Yeah, it is. Uh, okay, let me just show you. Let me just share this screen. Yeah, if you can see, this is AD183. So this is easily available on Google. You can see this video, right? So this is a Java programming application development course, right? And also see, it is written you need to have 2 years of experience required in Java. So this is mentioned that it is not for freshers. Okay. I hope this answers your query. We are on top of the hour. Any other question, please feel free to ask. I hope the session was useful to you. I hope you will, enroll for these things and you will make your own career yourself. Because if you will get enrolled and you will learn, the opportunities are vast, right? You can go to any company. You can go to Google. You can even work for NASA if you want, because everything is working on Linux, right? Even when this ISRO launched their Chandrayaan, they all were working on Linux, right? So what I'm trying to tell you, that it is the core, it is the backbone, and then your opportunities are unlimited. But do not restrict yourself that You are not BTech, so you cannot do that. Do go and appear for a course, learn it for 10 days, and then decide you can do that or not. Okay. Yes, website, in the website you will see videos of introduction which is visible, as you can see on the screen also. So these kind of YouTube videos are there. But the course content will only be visible through the login of Red Hat Academy. So Prachi, do we have videos in Red Hat Academy?
So in learning portal, we have the video classrooms for the instructor. They can just go through it, and for students, we don't have the free video classrooms.
Okay, so that's okay. We have instructor, but videos can help. That's okay. But the more important thing is hands-on labs. So we have full guide.
So we have free cloud
Yeah,
labs also. Yeah.
yeah. We have hands-on labs. So you can read the text, understand, and then appear for the labs, which is more beneficiary other than video, because it is quite understandable that if you see a video, maybe you're not grasping, but if you're getting a hands-on server to work, which is actually being told, it becomes very more easy, right? Even if you see 100 videos, you cannot crack the exam. You can only crack the exam when you will do it yourself, when you will do a lab, right? Which is more important. Any other question, guys? Thank you very much for your time. I seriously hope that this was fruitful for you guys. If still you have more questions, you can reach out to Prachi, and we are there to help you. I seriously want at least 10-15 students seriously completing Red Hat certificates from this batch. Okay. I hope this was fruitful to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shivam, for this interactive session. And yes, guys, so Mr. Arjun, you have my contact details. You can contact me anytime you want, or any student if you have any queries. Okay. All right. Then, yep, try to start the training, try to start the batch, and try to enroll yourself in this training program. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Shivam. Thanks, everyone.